Welcome to the Pearl and the Echo pod. Dori and I decided to go on this journey not so long ago because we felt the need to bring something of value, something of meaning into the world together. The idea is that we bring a quote from the literary universe once a week and sit down and discuss it. Keep it simple, 15, 20 minutes, no longer than that, but in a way that's relatable and in a way that you get to sit and listen or watch and share our journey with us as we understand from our point of view and therefore as you understand from your point of view. Just because I sit here and find a quote helps me in one way, it's going to be different for Dori, just as it's going to be different for you, the listener. We're really excited to start this. And this is, of course, our first episode. Always when you start something new, there are expectations and nerves and worries, and I really hope it goes well, and you put lots of pressure on yourself in everything, in everyday life. And I think that the quote that Dori has picked today really helps us to just go through that and carry on through it. We've decided that a great way for us to start, and for you, the listener, to start as well, would be by taking 3 deep breaths. Let's all take a moment to just take 3 strong, caring, gentle, deep breaths.
All right. So, welcome everyone. The quote of the week is believe in yourself and don't give up. Read. So, there's 3 parts to it the believe in yourself, the don't give up, and then the read. So, it's interesting. A lot of people have said this quote over the years. So, there isn't really one particular author or person we can attribute it to. You may see it on social media. You may see just parts of it, not all 3 components. But we wanted to start with this because having confidence in yourself is key, regardless of what it is you're trying to achieve. Trusting yourself, believing in yourself is so important. And this quote, it can feel a little bit, like flowery, believe in yourself, don't give up. But when you really break it down, it's so important to have that confidence. It's so important to persist, right? That resilience when you're facing any setbacks, any challenges, to pick yourself up and keep going. And I really like the last part of it, which just invites you to read, which is what we invite you to do as you go through this podcast. That is how you will find beautiful quotes like this, whether it's a phrase or a paragraph. And we really want you to sit with it. So for me, this quote, believing in yourself, is something that we all struggle with, and I'm no exception. Lately, I've been really working on having confidence in my own skills, my artistic abilities, my speaking skills, and there's always this need in me anyway to go and get more schooling, get another degree, get another certificate, because I feel like, oh, I need to get more schooling in this, or I need to, show people I have a certificate in that so that they can take me more seriously. And none of that's really needed. I think if you believe in yourself, you carry yourself a little bit differently when you walk into a space, when you are doing certain things, when you're trying to achieve your goals. And so you don't necessarily need all that stuff. I mean, it's good to have, but it's not a need. The don't give up part, for me, resilience is huge. I always think about just the word resilience in itself a lot. It's one of my favorite words. Really, again, persevering, trying something, having it fail, and then learning from that. So it's a simple quote, but each part of it has a lot of, kind of pieces or lenses you can look at it through. I really encourage anyone listening to maybe dig a little bit deeper in each of these parts. Like in what part of your life do you need to believe in yourself more? You know, maybe you're really good at your job, but you need to believe in yourself more at home. What is that thing? So I'm curious, Jim, how is this quote landing for you? What where do you need to believe in yourself more?
Yeah, thank you, Dori. I really like the quote, believe in yourself and don't give up. Read. I like the resilience. For me, when you shared this quote, my initial feeling is the importance of conversations with oneself. Because I can sit there and say, come on, Jim, believe in yourself. And that's a conversation I'm having with Jim. It's a conversation I'm having with me. And I have the option, the other side, to listen to that or to kind of go, no, no, it's too difficult today. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I'm burnt out. I've had enough. No one cares. Why should I? You know, there's a million reasons why I don't have to be a part of that conversation, and I can shut it down and go, no, forget it. It doesn't mean anything. Don't give up. Okay, right. Okay, well, yeah. No, but I'm not giving up because, it's easy to take one of these quotes and answer with a pretend answer that isn't really true. And it's very easy to lie to oneself and go, well, yeah, I believe in myself and I don't give up. How dare you? I never give up. But the reality is something very different, isn't it? What I really like to do, and we've talked about this before, Dori, is I like to sit with a quote for a long time, not just one day. You can go on social media and just get 1,000 quotes in a day, frankly. And it just, you get saturated and it starts to mean nothing. But if we all, you and I and the people who are listening sit for a week with one thing, believe in yourself and don't give up. Okay, when whoever is listening hears that, firstly, you'll have that initial conversation with yourself where you'll be like, well, yeah, I do. But then on day 2 or day 3 or day 7, you've contemplated it and you've sat there and you've like, right, well, what does believe in myself actually really mean to me? Because we all love to have a good spiritual teacher tell us what to do and what means what, and a guru who says this or that thing. But what does don't give up in that conversation with myself? What does that actually mean to me? Yeah, that's where it lands firstly. How about you?
Yeah. I mean, as you were talking about reflecting and having this conversation with yourself, I was thinking, what would it be like to look in the mirror and say this to yourself? What would that feel like? What would it feel like to do it before a presentation or before, something where you have to kind of perform or put yourself out there? I mean, there's a reason why this is one of those timeless quotes, and it's so used, and you kind of see it all over the place, and it can start to feel trite. Like it can start to feel like, yeah, okay, just calm down with that. But I think if you really take it to heart, if you really internalize it, it can really start to make these kind of shifts inside you, just these little incremental changes where you have the inner critic. I've been thinking about this a lot lately. The inner critic in you that's like trying to protect you. Don't do that, too risky, or why are you even bothering with this? We don't need this right now. And it's like, well, no, I'm gonna do it anyway. Right? You and I talk about that a lot. Well, I'm just gonna do it anyway. Thank you for trying to protect me. You can rest now. I'm here, and I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, yeah, completely. And also, because what you're saying is, yeah, believe in yourself, but which yourself are we talking about here? Because there is the one that is always criticizing, yeah, and there's a kind of crash of the believing in that one because it doesn't want to be believed in because it's trying to protect you, but at the same time stop you taking risks and getting in trouble and rocking the boat and maybe doing something, that could cause something new or to happen or some kind of change. But there's another yourself that's deeper than that already believes in itself because because it is, because that's the true nature of what you are. You are here and you turn up and you do wonderful things and you're always doing your best in life all of the time. It's easy to look back and say, oh, I should have done that thing differently. But in every moment you make the best decision you can with the information you've got and, where you are on that day and how tired or not tired you are or what's going on or whatever. No, but so believe in yourself, it's reminding yourself to also go further than the critical voice, the inner critic, and go deeper to that place that naturally believes in itself. And there will be people who say, well, yeah, but I don't have that. And I beg to disagree. Everyone has that.
Hmm.
But we've got to give it space and go and be silent or be bored, being bored enough to just go on the kind of little journey of discovery to where that is. But we're all so busy distracting ourselves with with quotes of this and that person to try and get some kind of tiny little bit of motivation to get through life, because life's really hard in the modern world. And so we're looking for something outside of ourselves where actually the work is to listen to the quote and then bring it back and go deeper inside of ourselves with it. Okay, believe in myself. Right. Well, I can say that, but how does it feel? How does it feel for me to believe in myself?
Yeah.
No?
Yeah, yes, exactly. For me, I've been practicing kind of embodying some of these states through the five senses. So, that's an exercise that folks can try and do at home, is kind of take the quote and any part of it, the believe in yourself part, whatever, the whole thing. Think about, what does that look like? What does that feel like in terms of touch? Um, what does it taste like? What does it smell like? All of that. What does it sound like? And really, and it might be different every day, but mapping it to your senses can kind of really bring it to life. It can make it visceral in a way that then it sticks with you, right? It imprints on your nervous system in a way that's just, quote scrolling through your phone is not going to do that.
Yeah, it's so true. And what I like is of the don't give up. The last part, read, says, so go educate yourself, go learn. This world is full of amazing things. Go out there and play and explore. But the don't give up is it's a choice, because sometimes you're allowed to give up. Sometimes you kind of sometimes you're done. I'm exhausted and I don't want to carry on. And I've been trying and trying and pushing and I'm not getting anywhere. And sometimes it is apt to go, no, we're done here. But because you feel that one inside of yourself that, yeah, I'm wasting my energy in this thing. But we're talking about, these internal aspirations or these internal moments of real, yeah, I can do this, actually. Yeah. And forget what everyone thinks or says. Hold on a minute. This is about me. Giving up. No, I don't know. I won't give up. Actually, no, I'm going to do my best to carry on and see where it takes me. And maybe it takes me nowhere, but it doesn't really matter where it takes me. The point is, the quality of how I carry myself, the quality of my behavior. Because it's easy to look at everyone else and say, well, yeah, no one cares about the modern world and everyone is angry and unhappy and trying to make money out of everyone else. And, it's very easy to be cynical about the modern world, but then you're just falling into the same trap that all of those people are. But if you're going to allow yourself to kind of stand alone and stand up and say, yeah, no, I believe that the world can be a certain way. Okay, so this is my choice. Shall I give up or not? It's easy. I think it's very easy to pretending of okay, I'm not going to give up. And then something difficult happens and bang, you give up. No, it's just like, all right, no, I'm not going to give up. I might kind of stop for a moment or take a little step back. But my general idea is forward movement.
Exactly. Yeah. For every time you step back or fall down or whatever it is, it's the getting up part, right? It's getting up one more time, then you fall and you'll be okay. Yeah, I think that's great. I'm very curious to hear from our listeners on how this quote is sitting with them, what it means for them, if it's helpful, Is it too trite? Have they seen it too many times? It's lost all meaning. Maybe they have a version of it that's more meaningful to them. So let us know. Reach out to us.
Yeah, fantastic. And also, that whoever listens, feel free to even write the quote down and sit with it so that you go past just the initial, okay, this gives me, okay, in this moment, I get this. Because we all have a quality of depth within us that we don't usually go to because we're busy and life is, we're all headless chickens running around everywhere. But if you've listened to today and this is, and you're going with this quote for 3 or 4 or 5 days, and send us a message on day 5. How did you feel on day 5 of this one? Because I'm sure it would be different from that first listen. I feel really fortunate to be able to do the Pearl and the Echo with Dori, and we're going to do as many of these as we can, and we really hope that you enjoy them.
Likewise, Jim. Thank you, everyone, for listening, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you for listening to the Pearl and the Echo podcast with me, Dori Sim, and my co-host, Jim Rajan. Thank you to Rebel Mixtape Productions for editing this episode. If you like what you heard, like, subscribe, and share with those in your life that matter most.
Is that your dog's tail?
She's scratching her.